it way too petty once you let me do the extras. Pull up on your block and break it down, we playing Tetris. AM to the PM, PM to the AM phone. Eat up your per diem.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here, joined by the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. This Cleveland group has been getting things done. Over the first half of the season, we've gotten a good sense of what this team is capable of. When they're on, which they have been consistently, they are an excellent unit. And now around the halfway point, the novelty of the new season has died down, and we're still a long way from the playoffs. Shaq, how do the players maintain focus through this stretch? How do you maintain focus?
Well,
have you maintained focus?
Easy. You're a pro, Ernie. Do your job. That's your job.
There you go.
You know, and not only that, you got to be a real competitor. You got to want to compete.
Yeah, good coaching, and the veterans can help you through this. Because the veterans have been here before, they can kind of lead you and guide you.
Do you feel focused right now?
Not at all.
Yeah. Do you feel focused right now?
Never.
Well, that makes three of us. Here's Kevin Harlan. He's always focused.
Tell him sit down. Be humble. 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 Sit down.
The Raptors look to take charge at the Air Canada Centre here in downtown Toronto. Welcome, folks, and thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us here at 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. And, of course, Holmes. This will be their second game without him.
Yeah, no question that it's a risky deal to make because it's the kind of move that can turn a team's fan base against the front office. But trading one of the most popular players on the team is always risky no matter what you get in return.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Dwayne Casey has been the head coach in Toronto for the better part of a decade now. He said the most rewarding part of coaching has been watching his players grow up. Watching a guy go from never playing in an NBA game before to developing into an all-star player, that's probably the most rewarding thing that you can do as a coach. Now, Kevin, he's helping this team and its players both make the leap forward.
Great stuff, DA. Coach Casey definitely gets the best out of his guys. You can tell they love playing for him. Now about halfway through the season, Brent, some teams looking great, but we still have a long way to go. We're talking about an 82-game schedule that is meant to put teams and players really to a full test.
Yeah, it's really something. I oftentimes find myself, Kevin, looking back after 14 years of playing at a team schedule for an upcoming season, and I scratch my head and I go, wow, I used to do that? I mean, that's not easy to do.
It's very difficult. I agree. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, inside we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. Derrick Rose is out there with Bledsoe, and it's LeBron in at the 3 spot. They get it back. The second chance effort. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Ibaka with the screen on Bledsoe. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Hands it from downtown.
And you have to appreciate how quickly Ibaka gets in position on the screen. Not every big man can do that.
Now here's Rose. His last outing, he had 8 points. Shot from 16, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. First quarter, just over a minute played. Now here's DeRozan. He's coming off a 19-point game against Indiana.
lot of those plays came off tremendous hustle. He was committed to ripping down as many rebounds as he possibly could in this one.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't beat him up on the perimeter.
LeBron kicks to Rose. Thompson in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. That doesn't go either for Bledsoe. Toronto's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Lowry passes to Ibaka. Valanciunas in the high post. It's up against Thompson. Screened by Valanciunas. And it's DeRozan missing.
Well, the D did their job there. Excellent contest to alter the close range.
Goes up the baseline. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Thompson. James has got his second basket of the game.
And that's a good-looking stroke right there from LBJ.
Valanciunas with a screen on Rose. A floater and the basket by DeRozan. DeRozan's got his first points of the game.
Offense clicking early here, 3 for 4 to start this one.
Here's James. Pass to Love. It's stolen by DeRozan. Here's Anunoby. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Lowry dishes to DeRozan. Over Rose. And it's DeRozan missing.
Defense has to feel fortunate. Somehow he missed that opportunity, and still there's no reason for them to give up that kind of open shot.
Lowry against Bledsoe. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Over Thompson. He can't get it to go. Cavaliers go the other way with it. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
Never really perfect on the offensive end, and probably 1 or 2 possessions they'd love to have back, but on the whole, a tremendous synergy on offense.
Now DeRozan, following the three-point attempt by Kevin Love.
They just can't find the bottom of the net right now. He's looking frustrated. This quarter has been a bit of a nightmare for him.
Fires from 14. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Raptors have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Pass to Anunoby. Back to Lowry. Screened by Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Lowry against Bledsoe. Launches a 3, and that's good. Kevin Love for 3. Love's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Kevin Love, such a versatile offensive player who can pass, who can shoot with range. I like him looking to score inside to get himself going, and that's the way that the offense has tended to go. First quarter seems to belong to Kevin Love.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
To the inside. It's stolen by Valanciunas. 16 feet away. DeRozan's shot is off.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon, because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Love, no luck.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
DeRozan's shot is good.
I'm not sure why anyone would leave him alone at that range. Head scratcher.
It's a pick by Love. And Thompson kicks to Love. To the left wing. James outside. Bledsoe for 3. DeRozan with the rebound. Raptors leading by 6. To the middle. Pulls it up. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And Serge Ibaka, remember, it was a first-team all-defense selection. But over time, I think he's become more of a scoring-minded player, and I think that's affected his impact defensively.
And the first one drops. And Serge Ibaka, the league leader in block shots for 2 years in a row in 2012 and 13, but he sends him back at about half the rate he once did.
Yeah, but even still, pretty good shot blocker. You add in his finishing and outside shooting, and he's a player to be reckoned with.
Toronto, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Lowry against Bledsoe, and the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That is his first foul of the game. Baldwin, who's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Lowry with the ball. He's coming off a 19-point game against Indiana.
And guys, in addition to that scoring, he was absolutely tenacious on the defensive end. A complete two-way game for him. Finished with 3 steals, I think, and that was a difference maker.
Here's James. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Anunoby. Here's the screen. Baldwin, the pass to LeBron. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J. For the Raptors, their last game, a loss to Indiana.
Just didn't like the energy level in that one, and that offensive execution also was lacking.
They made a few shots, Greg, but just wildly inconsistent.
And the basket by DeRozan. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Love with the screen on Miles. Goes up off the pick and fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
That's not a pretty thing. LeBron James driving right at you, full speed, and when he gets into the lane and towards the rim, he's going to make contact.
The Cavaliers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
I just don't ever want to take for granted the fact that LeBron James is simply one of the greatest basketball players that's ever played the game. Am I overstepping it? Not at all. He is just as complete as it gets.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Pirtle, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Ian Clark comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyle Lowry.
And Pirtle is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds thanks to his amazing timing, especially when the D fails to box him out. And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
But that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
So it's Toronto now, following the score by Cleveland. Pass to Dinwiddie, 6 to shoot. Floats one. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And when it's all said and done, Brent, do you think LeBron James goes down as the most versatile player in NBA history?
There's no doubt about it, Kevin. If you talk about a player that had the consistent dominance that LeBron James had in every facet of the game, from the moment he stepped into the NBA, it's been a remarkable run for him. And when he steps between those sidelines, there's really nothing that he cannot do. And those close-range shots are what you want him taking. They always have a great chance of falling.
Raptors leading by 4. Dinwiddie dishes to Pirtle. Stolen. And here comes the break. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Toronto's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter. Doing well from long range. Knocked loose. One-on-one here. A nice shot by Baldwin. Baldwin's got the game tied up here for Cleveland.
LBJ terrific when it comes to moving the ball. He has a strong sense for when his teammates are open and then when to deliver.
Pirtle sets the pick for DeRozan. There's the pick. Over LeBron. DeRozan gets the bucket. DeRozan's got 8.
Rabbit's foot in the shoe that time. Got lucky because the pick has to be better. It made no impact, but they still got the score.
Shot off the pick. He squares up and sinks it.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Now here's DeRozan. 8 points for him. Here's Clark. And the pass to Pirtle. Back to Clark. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And when Pirtle sees one of his guys wide open, he whips it his way. He's all for doing what's best for the team.
Here's Baldwin. In the game against Orlando, very impressive. James kicks to Baldwin. Back to James. And LeBron throws it down hard.
How about LeBron just finding himself in the right position, being patient, grabs the ball and uses his size well there.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. 1:29 left to play in the first quarter. Harper with a screen on DeRozan. Here's Baldwin. Connects from three-point range. Baldwin's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You really have to challenge him when he lines up from deep, or he's going to bury you.
Dinwiddie kicks to Clark. Dishes it to Dinwiddie. They set the pick. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And you look at the Cavs coach, Tyronn Lue. Brent, what stands out to you?
Well, he's got confidence. I would tell you, Kevin, I'd have confidence too if that number 23 was suiting up for me every night. But he demands accountability. He demands a respect for the game. And this team has had a tremendous run in the early stages of Ty Lue's coaching career.
Daniels, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Baldwin, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Jakob Pirtle.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
First one falls for him. And the Cavs' big 3 completed with the trade of number 1 overall pick Andrew Wiggins to Minnesota for Kevin Love. Brent, if they had to do it all over again, you still think they make that trade?
Absolutely, Kevin. They brought a championship to Cleveland, a drought of 54 years, and Kevin Love was a big reason why they got to the top of the mountain. So I would absolutely make that trade.
Clark kicks to Miles. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Cleveland leading by 4. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Cleveland moving the ball around. Here's Baldwin, defended by Miles. Daniels kicks to Baldwin. Back to Daniels. Lots of room. That's good on the jump shot. And the Cavaliers lead by 6. Outside DeRozan. Over Shumpert. And again, Toronto no luck. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back right after this.
Don't miss the high-flying action this All-Star Saturday night as the NBA's top slam dunk specialists do battle in the slam dunk contest.
And Serge Ibaka, known for his shooting ability now, he talked about the confidence his teammates and his coach instilled in him.
He trusts you. Every time he passes the ball, when you don't shoot, he's screaming you, shoot ball. Then next time what? You will shoot. And if you miss, you say, yeah, good shot. You know, and your coaches in the practice talking to your teammates. Man, when Serge is open, give him the ball. He will make that shot.
Well, if you wonder how much difference a coach can make for a player, there it is, huh?
You heard it in Serge's voice, too. That confidence has already been planted in him. That voice telling him, shoot the ball, is now in his own head. He's going to be just fine.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Well, to me, the story of that first period was their rebounding.
Yeah, jumping out to a lead largely because they did the hard work on the glass. So you love the passion in the early part of this game that they're playing with.
They've got C.J. Miles. He's out there with Pirtle. DeRozan out there with Ian Clark. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 5. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Pass to Clark. He kicks to DeRozan. Over Shumpert. It's deflected.
Well, it helps to have a guard who can block some shots. Shumpert, a dependable defender who at times can get up to throw things away.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, Raptors coach Dwayne Casey talked about the chemistry on his team. He said, we couldn't be better. There's no ego, no hidden agendas. Guys understand their roles. Kyle Lowry told me, we're a complete team, 15 deep, and we really mean that. You never know whose time it's going to be. Kevin?
DA depth is a crucial part of any team's success. Knowing you can rely on your teammates to step up is huge. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Hey, Brent, you went from player to announcer. What different aspect of the game do you notice now watching it from the booth?
You know, I think it's great just to have the perspective when I'm able to sit courtside, Kevin, and watch everything that goes on outside the play. The reaction from coaches to players and their demeanor, whether they're carrying out their assignments, watch guys on the bench. So much more emotion I can catch sitting on the sidelines next to you.
I bet. Now, here's Miles. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. He feeds it to Dinwiddie. Just 5 on the clock. Off the pick. Here's Pirtle. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Astonishing body control by Pirtle, just taking the hit head on and finishing through it all.
They set the pick. Baldwin the pass to Shumpert, and finished off by Shumpert.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Raptors trail by 9. Here's Dinwiddie. Kicks it to Miles. Pass to Anunoby. Here's Pirtle. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Pirtle. Ibaka comes in for C.J. Miles. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Love's checked in for the Cavaliers. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a 3-point play. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. Cleveland shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. And that one misses. Raptors trail by 9. Lowry kicks to Clark. Ibaka outside. Lowry from outside. It's rebounded by Baldwin. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. The dish now to Thompson. Here's Daniels. Cleveland the rebound. Swiped it away. From the line. That one a little long.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the Raptors miss again. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Love outside. The 3. The screen from Thompson. And it's Kevin Love with the 3. Love's got 6.
And good passing
setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
And despite the outcome, I think they'll feel a little better about that game. There are a lot of positives that they can take away from that performance.
No doubt some bright spots, more than you'd expect out of a loss like that, but it doesn't make the result any easier to take.
Rose, he's checked in for Baldwin. Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Pass to Anunoby. Clock at 6. Shoots from the baseline, and again, Toronto no up.
Yeah, this is where you might elect to pass out of the slump rather than shoot out of it.
Farrell kicks to Thompson. He dishes it to Daniels. Trying his luck deep. Rose can't hit. Raptors trail by 12. Here's Clark. 20 points for him last game against Indiana. And Valanciunas kicks to Ibaka. Screened by Valanciunas. With the floater, and it's laid in by Lowry. He has 5.
And his touch inside more than makes up for Lowry's lack of size. He's a terrific finisher in the paint and doesn't miss many once he gets in tight.
Here is Daniels. Thompson sets the pick for Rose. Back to Daniels. For 3, Love. Again, Love missing. Toronto's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. The feed to Lowry. Inside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. And here we can check out the breakdown of rebounds tonight between the front court and the back court for Toronto.
Well, you love seeing the backcourt stay active and putting that speed and quickness to use on the glass. They've gotten a lot of rebounds and helping to do whatever they can for the win.
Now, here's Thompson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Daniels dishes to Thompson. For 3, Love. Toronto grabs the miss.
This shot's it's not there right now with this team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Toronto working the ball around now. Clark kicks to Lowry. Back to Clark. Screened by Ibaka. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Farrell kicks to Daniels. Feeds it to Love. Back to Rose. The 3. Kicks it out to Love. Here's Farrell. It's a pick by Love. Farrell passes to Love. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Love's got the lead up to 12 now for the Cavs. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Toronto calls timeout. And Brent, even though it might be somewhat counterintuitive, the numbers show that up-tempo styles are fairly high in efficiency. That may surprise some people. But why do you think that's so?
Well, I think what gives in that scenario, Kevin, is it's so hard to scramble back with teams that are operating in the first 6 or 7 seconds of the shot clock to cover the three-point line. All of a sudden, you're running out to guys and opening up space in the interior. That's going to open up drive opportunities to the lane and easy layups. And where you see that most are big men who are getting taken advantage of by running back into the paint. Those threes are worth more than 2. That math class pays off.
It does. I can tell. For Cleveland, they have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. The first one falls.
And Derrick Rose, the former #1 overall pick in 2008, one of the most athletically gifted point guards the league has ever seen.
Here's Clark. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. The pass to Valanciunas. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. Outside Lowry. Shoots the 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. Love's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
That's where I like the shot selection. The defense cannot afford to give up wide open shots. And they dodged a bullet there.
Here's Clark. Screen by Ibaka. From the arc. Offensive rebound. Anunoby passes to Clark. Passes it to Anunoby. Back to Clark. Shot clock at 6. Out to the wing. Here's Valanciunas. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
And Brett, when you look at the way LeBron has constructed his business empire, hiring his childhood friends to manage it, it's been talked about, but it's been successful.
Well, he's taken ownership, Kevin, of what his career has been, but he's also empowered those around them to have a future, to make a life. And he certainly is blazing his own trail as he's made his way through his career in the NBA.
And Toronto making a change here. DeRozan's checked in.
I think about LeBron James, and it's not about the job, it's how you do the job. And he's been a professional every season that he's been in the association.
Now, here's DeRozan. He's got 10. Screened by Ibaka. Lowry with the ball. And Rose picks him up defensively. Ibaka, no luck.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
Man, what a missed opportunity there. Really just came down to some poor timing.
Shot's good from Love.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shot's now starting to fall.
DeRozan against Rose. Back to DeRozan. Dishes it to Lowry. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. Second, the Cavaliers.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the athletes to run the break all game long. So that's their edge. They're always looking to take advantage.
Lowry against Bledsoe. He kicks it to Thompson. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's DeRozan. Rose with some nice D.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
LeBron outside. Back to Love. For 3, Bledsoe. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
And with the break here, let's look at the stats for Derrick Rose. He's right around 13 points a night, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And to be honest, not quite the numbers you've come to expect from a player of his caliber.
It's been a bit of a roller coaster, an up and down stretch for him right now, but don't worry, team. He'll be back out there and feasting in no time.
The shot's good from Love.
3 triples for him this quarter, 4 overall.
And so here's Toronto. And here's Lowry. He has 5. Ibaka outside. He feeds it to DeRozan. Using his post move to get the 2 points. DeRozan's got 4 points in the quarter.
And you want to talk about high-volume scores, just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
LeBron, good.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Raptors trail by 21. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And DeRozan kicks to Miles. Pirtle controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Pirtle's got 8 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
LeBron kicks to Love. There's a minute left to play here in the second quarter. It's stolen by DeRozan. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And really, DeMar DeRozan is a master at what he calls body hunting, that ability to just kind of draw a foul. I think he and James Harden actually are the guys that have really kind of set the tone for how to create those opportunities to get to the line.
Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for Kyle Lowry. And Cleveland also making a change. Baldwin, he's checked in for James. Pass to Baldwin. Cleveland moving it around. Shumpert. And the three off target. And DeMar DeRozan, always, Greg, among the league leaders in free throw attempts.
And when you look at him, 6'7", 220 pounds with tremendous athleticism, he has got all the tools. Beyond, though, that attack mentality, he's a savvy basketball player. Those little shot fakes, his footwork help this guy live at the line.
And he knocks down the first one.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
And he makes both free throws.
We are having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter.
Here's Baldwin. He's got 11. Love kicks to Baldwin. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Bledsoe passes to Baldwin. Drills the three-pointer. 14 points for him.
Coaching staff has to like that ball movement, and it began with Bledsoe.
Kicks to Miles. The dish to DeRozan. And stolen by Love. Bledsoe. Got it!
Whoa.
He got it! What a shot!
Wow, what a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How'd he get that one to go?
He's excited.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Dwayne. What are you looking at for the second half after seeing what happened in the first?
Well, defensively, we got to get stops. We got to get them out for boards and box out. Again, we got to meet their aggression with our aggression offensively. And offensively, we can't let the ball stick. We got to get the ball moving and hopping around the horn and make them move their feet.
Case, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Time for the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
That was the half of the super sub for them. A lot of offense coming off the bench, and that's such a luxury to have that kind of firepower available. There were times when the pace picked up when the second unit came into the game, and that's the best part, having a bunch of guys who's ready at the drop of a hat.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
Well, there's no wonder they're getting blown out. No energy, no fight in the rebound battle. Ernie, you got to pick it up. You got to pick it up starting now, or it's going to be impossible to come back. Like the Pythagorean theorem, times 50, times 100, times 50, times 10. Impossible to figure out, Ernie.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
Welcome back to Toronto, where the gigantic CN Tower dominates the skyline. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
And in that first half, something we don't see a lot of from him, the ability to make everyone around him better.
Yeah, that's not really his forte, Greg. Unselfish play.
The Cavaliers leading by 21. So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the deadly forward pair. Bledsoe is out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low. And there's Thompson putting it right back in. Thompson's got the first points of the second half here for the Cavs.
Now, that's what Tristan Thompson does best, just working the glass and working the D over.
Screened by Valanciunas. Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. 6 points for Valanciunas.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, it's like 4 teenagers at home over the summer, just not enough activity. You've gotten your rest. It's time to man up.
And Thompson sends it back.
Well, Thompson lives in the paint, and defensively, occasionally, you're going to get to shots like that.
Rose kicks to James. Love with the screen on Ibaka. Thompson passes to Bledsoe. LeBron outside. Shot clock at 6. Don't usually see him shooting the threes. That's 7 points for Rose.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Here's Valanciunas. That shot, no good. Good D by Thompson. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, it may not be the era of the center in the NBA, but Jonas Valanciunas has something to say about that. He said, "I try to make sure they don't forget about centers. I'll keep reminding them. The league is full of guys that can do different things, but I still think you need a center that can rebound the ball and score in the low post." I agree. Kevin?
Well, the centers are still important, David. Good to see Valanciunas making his presence felt in the paint. Here is Lowry. The Cavaliers making the shot. Here's Ibaka, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Ibaka's got 12 points in the game.
And not entering the league as a natural catch-and-shoot guy, Ibaka certainly has developed this part of his game.
LeBron dishes to Thompson. Bledsoe against Lowry. Here's Rose. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. He's got 9.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
Here's the screen. Lowry with the ball. Eric Bledsoe covering. Here's Ibaka. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Love kicks to Rose. Bledsoe against Lowry. Makes it off the glass.
How about the speed of Bledsoe on that drive right there? Fantastic at slashing inside and finishing.
Toronto calls timeout.
And when I watch Eric Bledsoe, I really feel like he's at his best when he's kind of prodding a defense. So hard to keep away from the rim. When he attacks, it just opens everything else up in his offensive game. And a moment here now to see the numbers for LeBron James. The past month has been surreal. 3rd in field goal percentage, 6th in scoring, and his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And it's a strong accomplishment. 3rd best in field goal percentage. He just refuses to take bad shots. That's why his coaches love him. Bledsoe right side. Love wide open. He fires. And another 3 for Cleveland.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Lowry passes to Ibaka. Here's Valanciunas. It's hauled in by LeBron. James has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Bledsoe. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And it's 7 points for Eric Bledsoe.
Bledsoe stays confident even down there in the paint as a point guard, finishing deep that time.
Rose against DeRozan. Ibaka wide open. He fires. Again, Ibaka missing. Cleveland's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Out to the right wing. James outside. Love with the screen for LeBron. The kick out to Rose. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. James outside. And the wide open shot from Rose. They get it back. Love dishes to Bledsoe. No good off the front iron. Raptors have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
Well, if they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
Clark, he's checked in for Toronto. Cleveland also making some changes. Harper comes in for Kevin Love. And Farrell subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And here's James outside. The screen from Thompson. Here's Rose. LeBron against DeRozan. Thompson. Rose kicks to Farrell. Drills it from outside.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Valanciunas with a screen on James. And it's DeRozan missing.
This just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
Rose in the post for the three. James misses. Looking to get back on track here. And DeRozan finishing inside. DeRozan's got 16.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
And finished off by LeBron.
What about the courage right there? Sacrificing his body to get the high percentage attempt at the rim.
The Raptors have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Screened by Valanciunas. To the inside. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got 3 assists in the game. Rose kicks to Harper. Back to Rose. Pass to Harper. He dishes it to Rose. The screen from Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Farrell. Over Lowry. Takes the 12-footer and hits. He's got 5. Now DeRozan. He's got 16. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Miles.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
Pirtle, he's checked in for Toronto. There's a screen. Here's Farrell. Harper kicks to Baldwin. That one, no good. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Now, here is Lowry. 7 points in the game. Out left to the wing. From about 19 feet. That's no good. It's his second miss. He's made 4.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Baldwin. Off target from outside. And for the Raptors, they're shooting 39% from the floor at their best. No good from Clark.
Well, it's like the defense has a bunch of matchbooks in their hands right now, playing with fire. They were fortunate that somehow he misfired on that one.
Farrell gets the bucket.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Clark, the pass to Valanciunas, tipped away. To the wing right side. 5 on the clock. And again, Toronto no up. Cleveland's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Right wing and out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Let's check out the leaders in field goal percentage as a team. Second, the Cavaliers. In fourth, the Raptors.
And here we've got 2 teams shooting the ball so well on the season, and neither one hesitates to pull the trigger. This is a great matchup.
Pirtle dishes to DeRozan. And it's good from the elbow. DeRozan's got 18 points in the game. The Cavaliers' shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Here's Baldwin, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, it's funny how you see so many picks, but this one sets up the defense well. No one rotates over. Bang.
Hey, Brent, we know there's a lot of jaw and a lot of communication out there on the floor. And when you were playing, who was the best trash talker you ever went up against?
Well, I played with the notorious one in Seattle by the name of Gary Payton. A lot of people put him pretty high up on their list. I also remember one Bonzi Wells at his time when he was with the Portland Trailblazers and Sacramento Kings, being a bit lippy. And then occasionally there would be a John Barry talking to me, but
really,
I never listened to him growing up, Kevin, so why would I listen to him on the court?
Good way to approach it. Here's Clark. The feed to Valanciunas. There's a good screen. Here's Pirtle. Offensive rebound. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
Here's Baldwin, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Baldwin's got 21 in the game.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so...
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And that replay sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. And DeRozan kicks to Lowry. Feeds it to Clark. And the pass to Valanciunas. From 13. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. James against DeRozan. LeBron James on the wing. He's got 17. Farrell gets the bucket.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Yeah, no question. It looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game, and they're likely to keep doing this until the defense makes an adjustment.
Here's Pirtle. It's tipped. 36 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. On the wing, James. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Baldwin kicks to Farrell. A three-pointer off the mark. Toronto's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And it's Clark in the corner. Lowry passes to DeRozan. Dishes to Clark. Out to the right wing. Here's Lowry. The Cavaliers pull it in. Baldwin's got 4 rebounds now tonight. From deep. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And so it's Cleveland going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more in store for you right after this. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
Don't give in for those semi-fast breaks and get mismatches. We got to sprint back. We don't want to have just give in to a mismatch. That's what they want.
And Dwayne Casey extremely focused on what he feels are cracks in their transition D.
Hey, creating space on the fast break. Something every team practices. They not only have to flip from offense to defense faster, they have to communicate much better.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Pirtle is out there with Luke Mbamute. Then there's C.J. Miles. And it's Anunoby in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Well, the Cavaliers shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Hey, Brent, we've seen a number of super teams created via free agency or trade. Do you think that's good for the league?
I think it's great for the league. I think it's awesome to see some of the great players play on the same court together and some of the chemistry that creates. But what's been interesting over the course of the last couple seasons, Kevin, is that we've had these young marquee players stepping up in environments and with organizations now that are must-see TV. So aside from the super teams, there are young players carrying their team to hopefully greater and greater heights that keep you interested in all 30 teams in the league.
It's good.
And those close-range shots are what you want him taking. They always have a great chance of falling.
On the wing, Daniels. Back to Pekovic. The kick out to Harper. Passes it to Farrell. On the wing, Daniels. Pass to Farrell. Lets it go. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Here's Anunoby. He kicks it to Dinwiddie. To the paint. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. Miles, that's good.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Farrell kicks to Pekovic. Three-pointer. And another miss by Cleveland. In Toronto, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. They set the pick, and the wide-open shot from Miles. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Here's Farrell. Harper, no good.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Kicks it to Dinwiddie. Back to Miles. The 3. Second shot opportunity. Nice shot by Pirtle.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside Harper. Farrell for 3. Cleveland the rebound. Shumpert gets a wide open look, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
In Toronto, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Dinwiddie kicks to Pirtle. He feeds it to Miles. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Miles has got 9 points now in the quarter.
You know, you hear that A word all the time, aggressive, and sometimes just being that can turn your game around. He's been that in the second half, their go-to guy here.
There's the 3. Rebound by the Raptors. Pirtle's got rebound number 8 now on the night. There's the dish to Dinwiddie. Pirtle sets the pick for Miles. That 3 off the mark.
That's where I like the shot selection. The defense cannot afford to give up wide open shots. They dodged a bullet there.
Pekovic with a screen. Daniels with it. Back to Shumpert. Shot clock at 6. Got a hand on it.
Wonderful anticipation from Pirtle on that one, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Raptors have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And there's a whistle that goes on Iman Shumpert. That's his first foul. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Pirtle.
Festus Ezeli.
Here's Dinwiddie, screened by Baamute. From deep, Miles. Miles with another miss.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
Farrell. Here's Harper. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Ezeli, a screen. Here's Miles, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well over a decade in the NBA for C.J. Miles, taken straight out of high school by the Jazz back in 2005.
And he's just now entering his 30s. A good floor spacer and solid defender at the 2 or 3 spot.
Free throw good, Miles. And Brent, every year on average, it seems like players get a little taller, they can jump a little higher, they run a little faster. What are your thoughts about raising the rim above 10 feet where it stands now?
That's a great question, Kevin. I don't think that that's happening anytime soon, but
I can see you shaking your head and you kind of laughed at it.
I just can't see it
happening. The game is hard enough as it is right now, right? Is that what you're saying?
It is. I like your idea about making the court a little bit bigger, but 10 feet seems to be a pretty good number for where that tin sits.
About right, huh? Here's Anunoby. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Outside Harper. Cleveland moving the ball around. In the corner, Farrell. Shot to end this cold run, and he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle, too.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Brent, it's amazing how the three-point shot has evolved and how much it's being used. And some teams now almost entirely perimeter-based. That three-point shot is the first thing out of their mouth. Can you see a team winning a championship that way?
I saw teams win championships. That's the Warriors and the Cavs. If you look at what they did from the three-point line and the type of damage they did, Kevin, that absolutely was a huge reason why they were championship contenders. You could even look at teams that are qualifying for the playoffs as usually 6 or 7 teams that are in each conference. Of those 8, Kevin, are proficient three-point shooting teams.
4 on the shot clock. Out to Shumpert, and that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Like the aggressiveness and a great effort just to get a hand on it.
And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Raptors ball.
Here's Dinwiddie. Screen by Baamute. Here's Anunoby. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's going to go on Tristan Thompson. And he knocks down the first one. And Toronto making a change here. Green's checked in. That one misses.
And Tristan Thompson, more of a center's game in a 6'9" frame, especially with the way small ball has gone. He has the ability to hold his own down on the inside. That combination of long arms, strength, the quick jumping, and the willpower to dominate, that's put Tristan Thompson on the map.
Clark, he's checked in for the Raptors. Toronto with the ball. They're on an 18-6 run. Dinwiddie kicks to Miles. Azili with it, working on Thompson, and it's Miles with the jam.
I like that recognition. Effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
And for Thompson, the downside to playing him at center is he is not a big-time shot blocker.
Well, he does have good mobility in the pick and roll, Kevin, and he covers the smaller men on the switches. But you're right, as soon as you get around the rim, sometimes Tristan Thompson is not able to get vertical and challenge some shots out there.
There's the pick. Dinwiddie kicks to Miles. Azili screen, lets it go from deep. Miles with another miss.
Might want to stop shooting from out there right now because it's just not working. He needs to look to get his teammates involved at this point in the game. And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
And then Miles with the dunk.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. The screen from Thompson. Farrell passes to Thompson. He got right to the cup using that screen.
Tristan not worrying in the least about the defense that time, just powering through.
And Brent, when you watch Tristan Thompson pursue offensive rebounds, he's constantly battling for position inside.
Well, he toes the line a lot with what he can get away with, but more and more the experience on the court and who it is that he's playing against does a great job of predicting where shots are coming off, finding angles on the inside, and being in great position to make easy scores.
Miles dishes to Ezeli. Over Thompson. Ezeli can't get it to go. The Cavaliers shooting 32% in the fourth, perhaps looking a bit tired. Daniels kicks to Farrell, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Hey, Brent, when you look at the All-Star balloting, it's amazing how many worthy point guards have to be left off the roster. How'd the league end up with so many great players at that position all at once? It's an amazing story.
It has been an incredible crop. I mean, really the golden era of point guards. And the one guy who I feel really badly for over the course certainly of the last 5 or 6 seasons is one Mike Conley. Any coach in the league would take Mike Conley at the drop of a hat, yet he's dealing with, over the course of his career, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Tony Parker, Steve Nash, Chauncey Billups, Chris Paul. Should I go on, Kevin? It is a very, very tough position.
Those names, it says it all. There's the pick. Ezeli, the pass to Green, shoots over Harper, and Green gets it to go.
And a smooth jump shot from the veteran Green there. These are looks he nails consistently.
Thompson, a screen on Miles. Here's Daniels. Buries the long-range jumper.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Ezeli, a screen. Pass to Clark. From past the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
Here's Farrell. Here's Daniels. Farrell kicks to Thompson. 6 to shoot. Shumpert, no good. Toronto shooting 43% from the floor. Clark for 3. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 4th assist in this one. Farrell kicks to Thompson. The screen from Thompson. Out to Shumpert, stolen by Miles. Here's Dinwiddie. And they will call over the back on the play.
Yeah, a little too physical on that play. Tries to climb over the top of him and gets whistled for it.
Big difference between aggressiveness and awareness. There's no way he's getting that rebound right there.
The Raptors making a switch here. Birtle's checked in. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Rose is checked in.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
They set the pick. The feed to Miles. Birtle sets the pick for Miles. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Birtle. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Cavaliers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it. And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Daniels. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
.55 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Miles dishes to Birtle. Back to Miles. Great tee that time from Pekovic. And here's Rose. In the corner, Daniels. No good on the 3. Here's Clark. He's covered by Rose. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Clark. And Green now, top of the key, just 4 to shoot. Shoots over Harper. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. And they get it back. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, LeBron. Congrats on the win. What did you like best about the way your team played tonight?
Came out with a lot of intensity. Offensively, we moved the ball, and everyone was involved. And defensively, try to get as many stops as possible, and we was able to do that.
Thanks for your time, LeBron. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.